The key market for me personally that I want to see opened up is to give the local Geelong residents access to this product. This is a good product. It's from their gardens. What better way than to return it to their own gardens, as far as I'm concerned?
Yeah, definitely. I'm here with Brendan from the City of Greater Geelong at the compost facility. Brendan, what a fantastic facility. Tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah, okay, so look, the facility was constructed about 4 years ago to deal with the garden organics from the green bin collections. So obviously you'll want your garden organics going to landfill, filling up these landfill. That space is precious. So what better way to compost it all, get it back into our soils where it does the most benefit.
For sure. So tell me about this product we're standing in front of.
So this product here is an 8mm product. The final process, it goes through a large screen which screens out anything over 8mm. You're left with a very clean, recycled garden organic compost. This particular compost is probably about maybe 26 weeks old. It's a stable product. It's free of weeds. It's free of residual herbicides.
So it's perfect for the garden.
Absolutely perfect for the garden.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about how it becomes this, how it goes from everyday Geelong residents' houses to this product ready for the garden.
Yeah, well look, it starts out with the collection. So obviously people put their green bin out, it's collected into a truck. From there it's shredded, and we'll see that a little bit later, but it's shredded down, it's put into long windrows, and from there it's turned, irrigated, brought up to temperature to kill all the pathogens. So that's the pasteurisation process. After it's pasteurised, it gets put into windrows again and matured on. Eventually, after it's a mature product, it comes out here where it's stockpiled and eventually sold to, hopefully, back to the Geelong community. There's the key market for me personally that I want to see opened up is to give the local Geelong residents access to this product. This is a good product. It's from their gardens. What better way than to return it to their own gardens, as far as I'm concerned?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. So obviously the 8mm is the star of the show.
Yes, absolutely.
This is a huge facility. What other products do we have here?
Yeah, so we do have a 20mm product. So it's the final stage of the process is put through a 20mm screen. So anything over 20mm is screened out. You're left with, again, a good compost. Again, it's aged well. It's a mature product, but by nature there is slight physical contamination. You find a lot of the contaminants that come into the facility: dog toys, garden pots, hoses. For whatever reason, these pieces seem to be collected with the garden waste and put into the green bin. So we really ideally we want zero contamination put in there by the community, but we are understanding that there is going to be some contamination that comes in. Plastic by nature doesn't break down very quickly, so it gets screened out. All the organics are always getting smaller, so they will go through the screen. The plastics get screened out.
Yeah.
So the 20mm product does have some slight contamination in it. People that want to use it in their garden, they probably need to be aware that there is some contamination there. If you're digging it into your soil, chances are that you're not going to see it. It's going to be in your soil. Obviously not ideal, but
that's where the 8mm comes in.
Absolutely,
Perfect
absolutely.
For topping the garden.
Yeah, look, and compost by nature is a great storehouse for the soil. So it holds water, it holds nutrient. So in a sandy soil, it's going to obviously hold water, hold nutrients, which a sandy soil predominantly won't do. In a clay soil, the compost will bind those particles together. So clay particles are very small. It will change the nature of the soil. It will make it more free flowing. So clay soils are prone to waterlogging. This compost will help drainage issues with clay soil as well. So great product. Any of the farmers that are down on the Ballerine, if they want to top dress any of their paddocks, probably the 20mm would be the way to go.
Yeah. And at Wallington's WIG, we stock both.
Yeah, exactly right. Along with everything else that you might need.
Yeah, definitely. You need some dog food.
Absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about the composting process.
Okay, so the process, we're just getting a turner going. I don't know if you can hear that turner that's going, but we're going to see that shortly. the composting process is it's very straightforward. There's no additives. It's 100% the green bin. The bacteria that brings it back to soil is already in the organic matter. So it starts off, there'll be a thermophilic bacteria, heat-loving bacteria. The temperature in the compost will hit maybe 80 degrees. And it's probably a process that's maybe over 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks. That process will be really advanced. It'll start to look more and more like soil. After about maybe 14 weeks, you've probably got a compost. Yep. After 26 weeks, say, you've got a mature compost that's very stable. It's not going to harm your plants in any way.
So what's the point of difference for the products that you stock here?
Yeah, look, the point of difference is it's a mature product. I know there's a lot of other products on the market. Mushroom mulch is a good example. It comes out of the shed and 2 or 3 weeks later it's into the landscape yards. This is a mature product that's been sitting for 20 plus weeks. So it's not going to harm your plants. It's pathogen free. The other thing that we do here, and there'll be an opportunity to have a look a little bit later, but we test for any residual herbicides. Residual herbicides are a lot bigger problem than most people realise. There's some nasty ones out there. And as little as 7 parts in a billion will kill tomato plants. Okay, so we grow all our compost in tomatoes and red clover just to know, do we have a residual herbicide issue or not? The big difference for us is we're only collecting from the green bins from Geelong. It's very unlikely that most of these really nasty chemicals are used by either agriculture or the turf industry. So because our feedstocks are very clean, we won't have an issue with herbicide contamination. But as a safeguard, we plant every stockpile. We grow tomatoes in every stockpile.
And we're back at Wallington's, in front of the beautiful 8mm Geelong compost. So if you want to put this on your garden, pop into the landscape sales office and the team there will be able to help you out.